Now after understanding what are air compressors and classifying them into various subtypes, now let's look at some important terms specifically for the reciprocating air compressor. Okay, now we should be aware of three very important terms. The first one is the compressor displacement volume, and it's a very simple formula, that is V displacement or VD, this is equal to pi by 4 d square into L, where d is the bore of the cylinder of the compressor and L is the length of stroke. Okay, so d is the cylinder bore, and capital L is the length of stroke. Okay, the second very important term that you should know about is the induction volume rate, or it is also known as the volume flow rate into the compressor, and the units to express this is meter cube per second. Okay, now the volume flow rate or the induction volume rate, this is basically equal to the displacement volume into number of revolutions per second, that is RPM by 60. So this would become pi by 4 d square L into n by 60. Okay, so this would give you meter cube, and this would give you per second, so this would be meter cube per second. Okay, now this is for single acting. If your compressor is single acting. Now if your compressor is double acting, then it would be pi by 4 into 2n by 60. Okay, so this becomes meter cube per second. This is for double acting. Okay, now why did we multiply by 2? Because you are handling twice the volume as compared to a single acting reciprocating air compressor. So you multiply that by 2. Remember this. Okay, the last very important term is piston speed, that is V piston. Okay, and V piston has a very straightforward formula, which is 2 into length of stroke into RPM. Okay, so this would be meter per minute. This is not in meter per second, this is meter per minute. So these three terms are very important for us to remember and understand also. So now after going through these important terms specifically to reciprocating air compressor, now let's move on to the next video and look at the construction of an air compressor.